Let's see if it works. I'm hoping that this... Hey, it is sending to YouTube. There we go. And pop out chat. Live chat is currently unavailable. What?
Oh, fun.
Weird. Well, whatever.
Always something, right?
Yeah, that's okay. I think I got that. So let me just...
So I just tried joining the stream.
Okay.
And I'm getting this video as private.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like when I click on the link that's in Discord.
Yep. Unlisted. That's what I needed. Unlisted. Or no, public. It's public. Done.
Public.
Save. Changes saved. So... And now the pop-out.
There we go. Now it's working.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for waiting while we got everything figured out.
Yeah, I'm going to post it in the Discord again real quick.
Oh, the same link worked.
Yeah, but I'm just tagging everyone so they'll show up. Because right now we have... Oh, now we have some people. Okay. Something. Hi, Kate.
As you will all notice, we are in separate places. Tag's at his house and I'm at my house. We both are feeling a little under the weather, so we didn't want to spread germs. So we are calling in from each other's, I don't know, extra spaces. And I'm not sitting in the podcast studio because it is cold up there.
All right. I think we both have a good volume level now. Can you speak for a second, Teresa? I'm trying to make sure the volume looks good.
I don't know.
Perfect. Had to throw this together to make this work right. So I'm trying to... I want to fix my... Apologize that my window is going to look weird for a second. I'm trying to... I don't want to be so huge. I'm trying to make it so Teresa...
It looks... So,
okay.
I think it looks fine.
Okay.
I'm looking at it on my phone in front of me.
Okay.
I don't think we look weird. I mean, any weirder than normal.
Kate, do we look okay? I know she's not the only one watching.
Right. Yeah.
But she's the only one who said anything, so...
It looks just fine.
Okay.
Oh, I realized I didn't go grab ears. Hang on.
I don't have any ears in here either. I just got stuff behind me. You look great. Thank you, Kate. Put my water on the right side. I don't know what our discussion topic is this evening.
So. All of your ears are at my house. I was actually going to ask you if you wanted to take some back. So you had...
I have some ears. Just not in here.
Majority of them, I think, are sitting upstairs.
Well, yes. But I've got like... What do I have? Oh, I know what I have. I'll be right back.
Okay. A little discombobulated. I put some cruise ears on. These are the ones that Tag got me when he went on the transatlantic cruise last year. We're a new year now. But yeah, I get to go on another Disney cruise on Saturdays when we're flying down to Florida, Sundays when we're getting on the boat. So I'll be checking out the Disney Fantasy. We're doing a 5-night cruise, which I'm super excited about. Vern and myself plus my mom are going to be going on this cruise, so it'll be really fun. We were talking about this on our other stream, and I'll just keep talking about stuff until Tag gets back, but I like doing the cabin gift exchange or the fish extender groups, and so I was making our gifts, so I can show those off real quick. I made this, which is like a little holder for your stuff. As in, I didn't make it. I put the logo of the ship on it. That's as far as making it went. And I also made, well, again, put the logo on. These are like little belt bags. forgot I didn't show the rest of the stuff in the other thing. I did little face masks for everyone. These fun little toothbrush holders that like stick to your mirror because they've got suction cups. And this is the most ridiculous part. I wanted to put these in because I think they're hilarious. And like fitting from being from Wisconsin, cow tail candy. Have you ever had these, Tag?
No. But I do want to ask you
weird.
a question.
Yeah.
Do you want my volunteers?
Oh, so you only have the ones that we just got.
Or my D23 day?
Yep. You only have the ones we just got.
My Disney Plus?
Whichever one is making you the most happy.
These seem ridiculous.
Yeah, so you only have your 3 newest.
They make me look bald. That's the problem with Mickey
set
ears.
of ears.
Is like it.
Well, all of your all enchanting ears hats, I think, are here too.
I have some of the magnetic clip things because they were sitting right next to these in
there you go.
My closet. So
hello, Megan, Olivia, Christy, Deanne, and of course Kate. Welcome, everyone.
Because this one has D23 on the back too.
Well, you could turn it around and just not tell anybody.
Well, but it's the.
That's what I said. Just don't tell anyone when you're wearing it on. It'll be fine.
I'm fine with, in the dryer right now, because I realized I never wore my D23 day shirt that we got.
Oh.
And I was like, I should, like the tags and stuff were still on it. So I'm like, I should wash this so I could wear it. So
I'm trying to think of the last
Deanne,
time I saw you wearing ears.
It's been a long time.
It has been a very long time. Hello, Wendy.
All right, Deanne, here you go, just for you. It's
That
weird
looks
because
like-
everything's backwards, so I'm trying to like use the camera to see this.
Don't overthink it.
There
I'm
you go.
trying to not pay attention to my little rope bow that I can see is goofy. We're just going with it because
What
otherwise,
happened?
I don't know. I think it just got stuck under the. Oh yeah, it just got stuck.
Those aren't the ones that I got you, right?
They are the
Are
ones
they?
you
Okay.
got me. I'm excited because they didn't have these on the treasure, which that's not why I was excited. There's the other little like.
There you go.
But the cruise ships now have ears of each boat's butt. So like they have the characters that are on the back of the boat on ears now.
Is that the back of the boat? Is that the stern?
Sure. I don't know. I like calling it the butt.
Jill, I got these at the Disney Plus booth. Right? Yeah.
Yep. During D23. It was a giveaway at D23.
Yeah.
Actually, all 3 of the ears that he just was showing off for all giveaways.
These were one of the volunteers things when you go in. Each day they had a different thing. You'd go in and pack up stuff, and they'd give you something different. This was one of them. I think
they had good prizes.
I think another one is a pin that I have up on the wall. And then this was the D23 day at Disneyland. Teresa has these exact same ones, but in blue or the teal.
Yep, they had teal ears instead. The I don't know, the cap part's still black, but the ears were like a teal. So of course I had to grab them.
I don't know if I don't think I have an easy way to do that, so never mind. I was gonna say nobody ever gets to see. Let's see if I can do this. Oh yeah, that's way too close. But like my giant pin.
It's fine.
This section, I have some other
and
ones.
all your naked sections.
Well, that's this one. I have this one. I have another section over here for Disney World. I have DLWeekly ones over there from mostly DLWeekly related stuff.
Oh, so you did like
ones.
our giveaway ones on there too, because like your
it's behind my monitor right now because I'm standing up. But I have another whole section here, and then my Disney Cruise one that James was making fun of me for because I have the pin in the middle that has like the 4 or the 5. It's the Wish and the other 4 ships before the treasure. And I said, this will be great. I have to get pins from all of them. And James was like, yeah, okay.
Well, where's your inaugural Sailing for the Treasure pin that I got you?
I didn't put it up there yet.
You can put it on that board.
I like this one a lot, though.
You're doing a good job with most of my pins are living in a drawer or like in a cupboard.
Nope. Now it's all screwy.
Maybe I need to get, because those are kind of like a felt cork board type thing, aren't they?
Yep. Yeah, I just ordered them on Amazon or whatever because I ordered my mom some because she wanted to put some like craft stuff that she made, and then I was like, that's actually a really good idea. So that's kind of the collection. Although the ones you got me from the treasure and I think from the last trip, all those pins are still in a bag in my room that I haven't put up here yet.
Gotcha. Kate said the D23 giveaways are the best. At the holiday party, they gave us all the leftover light up stuff from the Honda Center. Wow, yeah, that
Ooh.
would have been spendy.
Oh,
So that was a good giveaway.
Like the Star Trek pin, DN. I also have my old laptop case, which I don't think I've ever shown this off, that has like these cool, like this one's funny. It's National Park, but it's Alderaan, you know, blew up or whatever.
Oh no!
Galaxy's Edge, Yavin 4, Fantasyland, which I thought was really cool, Tomorrowland, and Frontierland.
Yeah.
So when we go to the parks, if I remember, I put this case on to protect the computer, and it's themed.
Yes, Jill, you are right. Mickey's Mixed Magic is coming back for a short time. Now. So you'll be able. Oh, is it now? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because it was back. It was back last week when we were recording. That was like the day. So yeah, you get to hear the "Come on, Everybody, Get Your Ears On" song to start the day and to end the day. Because I don't even know what the song's actually called. Come on, everybody, get your ears on. It's probably "It's a Good Time" is what the song's called. Is the rope drop song, and now it's back for the Nighttime Spectacular as well. It's such a fun show.
It is a fun show. I'm looking up. Oh, that's not gonna tell me anything. I was like, that was the Disneyland website.
It's good.
I think if I just look at the music app, because I think it's on
good time or some crazy. Or maybe it's just called Mickey's Mixed Magic now, like something. I don't know, but Deanne, it will probably I would assume it's there until they start the stuff for the 70th, and the 70th is officially kicking off. Is it May?
Yes.
I think the official kickoff is May. I don't know if we have a specific date yet.
I thought we had a date, but maybe I'm wrong.
I just realized that we might actually accidentally be there for dang near the start of a celebration, not even on purpose, because we're thinking about going out for Disneyana, which is at the end of May.
Here you go.
So we're looking at being there for the end of May, beginning of June.
You probably can't hear this, Teresa, but the stream will be able to hear it. Maybe. Oh, maybe not.
Listening to the Get Your Ears On song?
Mixed Magic, yeah. I thought this would allow me to grab my audio from that. Apparently, it is not doing that, so never mind.
That's okay. We don't want to get in trouble for not using
that's
our music. You
can look it up on YouTube, though, if you want to hear
We'll just sing it for you all. Everyone ready? No, I'm just kidding. We'll have to sing along.
Deanna, it's supposed to be there through next summer. It's usually 18 months is the length of the celebrations, and
the 70th, yeah.
Yeah,
sing it. But yeah, no, that's good, Tag. Look at that. We accidentally are going to be there for the kind of not the official first day, but at least we'll be there within the first month of something, which means that means Paint the Night will be going when we're there, and Wondrous will be going
May 16th.
Look at that. So we'll be there like what, week and a half afterwards.
Mm-hmm. I will paste in the chat.
You know what? I'm gonna go buy our tickets right now. I'm just kidding.
There is the link. Yeah, so May 17th or 16th will be the first day of all the new stuff. So yeah, Wondrous Journeys will come back. Paint the Night's back.
Exciting.
World of Color Happiness, which I'm interested to see how that comes together. Better Together's coming back.
Maybe this
The
trip,
animatronic Walt Disney will be showing up.
that's true. Maybe this trip we should consider doing a World of Color dessert package because we've never done that and it's a different show.
Maybe. I just feel like for me, I feel like the price of the dessert package is not worth like what you get.
Yeah.
I'd rather just do like an actual dining package because I think you get.
Oh, see, and I'm not really that big of a fan of the World of Color dining packages because it's
fair.
either there's only two options, isn't there? There's just Carthay or there's the buffet place that I don't think you want to go back to because
Oh my god, that was so good though.
You ate too much.
That was so good though.
What is it called? Why can't I think of the name? Over at the
Okay,
Grand California.
so there's a dinner buffet at Storytellers, or a lunch dinner at Wine Country Trattoria, or lunch and dinner at the Magic Key Terrace, and a voucher for the viewing area. So if you go to Storytellers, it's $69 for the dinner. If you go to the Wine Country Trattoria, it's also $69 for the dinner or lunch. And the Magic Key Terrace, they're all $69. Doesn't matter what you do.
Oh, that's interesting that they don't have different price points. Yeah. We didn't talk about this on the episode this past week, but we should talk about it this week. Speaking of dining packages, there's been a switch up for Fantasmic dining packages. It looks like Blue Bayou is no longer going to be an option, and Cafe Orleans is now an option for Fantasmic. So it's Cafe Orleans, River Belle, and then Rancho.
Which reminds me, I gotta check my availability for this for our trip in February because I wanted to get that.
Which one are you guys gonna do?
James wanted to do Blue Bayou, but they don't offer it anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember what our days are in the park because I'm trying to remember. We are in Disneyland on Sunday the 23rd. Okay, so we could do it that night because then there's not a oopsie of Alex accidentally seeing part of it as we wander by or something. And apparently, even right now, I thought that starting the 10th, maybe it's the 17th. I thought starting the 10th you could get the reservations for the new location, but it looks like it's still just Rancho and River Belle.
Mm-hmm.
If I click back on this, I wonder if they'll tell me when the other one shows up.
When the other one goes.
Nope, beginning January 10th. Choose at Cafe Orleans. Oh, is this... Let's see. I think you just book a normal... Let your cafe... Yeah, you just book a reservation at Cafe Orleans and let your server know that you want the Fantasmic dining package.
Oh, interesting. You think that they'd need to...
Yeah. So let me make a reservation for the 23rd.
I have the Get Your Ears On song stuck in my head now.
But here's the problem, Teresa, is the way they do this is if you eat lunch at Cafe Orleans, you get the early show. And if you eat dinner, you get the late show.
Now you got to choose, or you just got to take whatever's
The problem is, I'd like to do lunch, I'd like to do dinner for the food, but I'd like to do the first Fantasmic of the night. That's the problem.
You want to do the first one?
I like the first one.
Oh. I mean, I just like Fantasmic no matter what time it is. It always feels to me like the later one is a little less chaotic feeling. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it's because you don't have so many people like camping out on their spots. You can't camp out for as long for the second showing as you can for the first showing, since there's the switch. Plus the other tough thing if you did the second showing is fireworks. If you're going to go watch the fireworks and then rush over to Harbor Galley to get over to the lineup spot for your reserved areas. that doesn't work super well either.
So what time? Oh, now I have all these questions, and this isn't probably that exciting of a stream, but
no, it's not.
Well, anyway, we can move on. I'm just gonna quickly look up the calendar.
I was gonna say we'll have to try and figure this all out so that we can talk about it and share with everyone on the podcast this week, so they can have smoother figurings out. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is you need to make sure that you're booking a weekend, because Fantasmic won't be running during the weekdays when you're there.
So Fantasmic runs at 9 and 10:30. So if I book the Cafe Orleans at 7:50, that should give us enough time to finish eating and get over there. Maybe 7:30 would be better. I'll do 7:30. I can always change it later.
You guys how many days are you in the park?
5.
Yeah, you got plenty of time to do everything then.
Yeah. The problem is Fantasmic doesn't run during the week.
No, I know, but I mean, like, all I have to do is eat and get over to the seating area.
Oh, and our first night is going to be Mickey's Mixed Magic with fireworks.
There you go.
So that's exciting. Okay. Well, whatever. There we go. Booked. I've got some reservations now for the dining package. So anyway.
That's interesting, though, that it's not like an actual dining package reservation, that it's just a regular reservation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, James would be so happy the please wait thing was was Space Mountain. Anyway, because it was please wait, and it was the little car spinning around. Yeah. I feel like I always got the Big Thunder one that was the train coming around.
Yeah, it depends. I feel like whenever it's a virtual queue type release of something, so Oogie Boogie Bash tickets or stuff, that seems to be when I see Big Thunder. But if I'm just doing normal stuff, whatever you want to call normal stuff on the website, then I see Space more often.
I'm very excited
there's other ones
that when we're there, at least that Sunday, because that's as far out as the calendar goes right now, is that Sunday, which is the first day we're in the park, that they're open till midnight. Because I was worried when I looked at some of the other stuff, there were times where the park was only open till 8, which I think was party nights, because I forgot that Sweethearts Night are also happening. Yeah. So it was one of those things where I was like, oh.
You're going after.
Yes, but because the calendar wasn't out for the specific days we were going, yeah, I was looking at dates during the week for as far forward as I could, and those were party nights. And I was like, no, the whole cool thing about going in the kind of wintry months is that it's dark later, and
dark earlier.
Wanting, but I mean, you get longer.
Yeah.
So me, I want Disneyland after dark.
Yes.
Not to be confused with Disneyland After Dark, the after.
Hey, hours. Speaking of, what After Dark events is everyone excited about this year? Because they did release what's coming. What's everyone looking forward to? Sweethearts Night is one of them, as Tag already mentioned.
I would
of course, Oogie Boogie Bash is coming, as well as Star Wars Nights. Those are kind of staples.
I would do Pride Night again.
Pride Night was really fun. Great. Especially if I was local. Not being local, I like that we've been trying different ones each year. This year will probably be a repeat, because it's sounding like we'll probably do Oogie Boogie Bash with Vern and James this time, because they have not done Oogie Boogie Bash yet. But otherwise, what are the other? Is it 90s Night?
So according to the website, Sweethearts Nights, all the dates are sold out. There are still tickets for 90s Night, which is March 4th and 6th. And then they don't have tickets on sale yet, but for Star Wars Night, Pride Night, yeah, those are the only ones that they have stuff listed for right now. Then, of course, Oogie Boogie Bash, but that's going to be a totally different thing. Yeah, I don't think Oogie Boogie Bash is considered an After Dark night. I think that's considered something else, its own thing.
Sure, probably to run so long. It's Sweethearts Night is just I want to do it so bad, because he just keeps growing every year. Just keeps getting more and more nights. So I'm like, this is obviously there's a demand. I just remember one of the first years they had it, we were there around the time I was going, and they like had tickets left every night, and you could still buy tickets same day. And now it's like, yeah, it's so popular. The photo ops and everything look fun. I think it'd be really, really fun to go with your like for like it's probably mostly adults, I would assume. I could be wrong with that, but it's got to be
Sweethearts
just
night?
a. Mm-hmm. That was kind of Pride Night. I didn't feel like we saw too many children during Pride Night either.
No.
And it just, yeah, it's just fun to be in the park where it's like mostly adults. It's just different.
Was there a lot of? I feel like my brain is playing a trick on me. Were there a lot of kids in the park for Oogie Boogie Bash?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
It
why.
depends. I
Like,
mean, there's a lot in the beginning, then right? They kind of.
sure, but that's a lot of money to bring your kid in just for the beginning.
Well, but yeah, it depends on how long your kid can hang.
They should have a cheaper ticket for like little kids that like
Oh my goodness, yeah, but
just
then they'd
doesn't
have to
really.
try and make sure they sweep them out at a certain time or whatever.
Which that's amazing how they do that, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like Oogie Boogie Bash is the popular choice for what after dark event
Kate,
everyone's
don't
most
don't
excited
be
about.
cheap. Just go to '90s night. It's okay.
She just got back from doing her big Walt Disney World trip though.
That's true. Yeah,
She's
we
got
were when we were going on
Disney
our
recoup.
James and I booked a cruise in August this year for August this year, and I was hoping that we'd have like a day that we could spend at the hotels in Disney World, just on property, but it's not working out that way. So I do want to get back to Disney World at some point.
I always forget how different it is from land. I was fortunate and got to do a little bit of time in Epcot and Walt Disney or Magic Kingdom the day before we got on the Treasure. And I was hoping I'd actually originally booked our tickets for this upcoming cruise so that Vern and I would have like three would fly in 4 days before the cruise,
Hmm.
like before we had to get on the boat, so that we'd have extra time. But I was looking at tickets and it was very expensive. Tickets, I don't remember if it was now 2 or 3 days, but our tickets would have been $600 just for the tickets to get in, and the cheapest on property hotel was $400 a night. So I was like, well, not gonna do
Wow,
that.
even the
Yeah,
even the all-star resorts?
they must have all been booked up because
Wow.
the lowest one was animation. Which
Wow.
that don't get me wrong, that hotel that's always been like ever since I was a little kid and like realized that existed. I wanted to go stay at the Art of Animation Hotel because it just looks
What did we
gorgeous.
say? We stayed at what, Pop Century?
Top Century, yep,
Yeah.
which is also a fun one too.
Well, it had the Skyliner, which was a definite plus.
Yeah, and so does Art of Animation. It's on the other side of the lagoon or whatever
Yeah.
from Top Century, but it's
So,
just like double the cost.
Jill, for which restaurant to do Phantasmic, we've done Rancho, which if you want great food at like the lowest cost to get like a really good seat for Phantasmic, Rancho is it because the food we got was really really good.
It was
It
so good.
wasn't crazy, and the seating area is literally just a little bit to the left of where like the
Yeah,
premium places are.
yeah, so
Like,
worth it. I'm curious to see now that we're talking about that if Cafe Orleans will have the
what's the feedback? Are
what
you
used
hearing
to be.
feedback?
Oh, that might be Mo.
Oh,
He just
I hear this like
started.
beeping. I'm like, what's happening?
Mo is my Roomba for those of you that don't know. And yes, I did name Mo after there. I paused him. He did name Mo after the cute little robot in Wally that's like always cleaning up after. Well, Wally actually, because he's
Not
getting dirt
like
all over the place.
not like Jacques,
It could
who's
be Jacques. That would
who's
have been good
like
too.
upset by everything.
That would have been good too. Anyways, back to Phantasmic Dining and seating. I wonder now if because Riverbell used to be like one side, and then Hungry Bear now Rancho was the other side, and then Blue Bayou is the middle section there. So now I'm curious: is Cafe Orleans going to take the middle section? I don't think so, because now your top tier price point is River Belle. So is River Belle taking the center stage now?
But River Belle had the patio spots, right? Like you'd
Yeah,
watch it from their patio.
You can watch it from the patio, and then you can also that's very limited though to watch it from the patio, or they have like seating in that front section there too.
So Jill,
yes.
they give you a voucher. Any of the locations, they bring it to you at the end of your meal.
That Kate, that's gotta be what it is, because I'm like, why is this random? So I was looking at like Thursday and Friday tickets, not even thinking like Saturday. And
wait, is it also the race weekend? Because it's next week or this week, or what is it?
No. I think there's a race going this weekend. This weekend's Walt Disney World Run Disney races, I'm pretty sure.
But you were looking for next week, right?
Yep, next week.
Yeah.
So unless there's just a higher demand because people are staying.
Yeah, because the race weekend, just finished today.
Yeah, so unless there's a higher demand because people are staying post-race and it's the start of Festival of the Arts, if it's just kind of a perfect storm of those two things, but yeah. Megan gets a voucher for her.
It's a holiday week. Oh, it is a holiday weekend. That's right, because it's So that's probably why, because people are taking longer week. Maybe people are doing the run, staying the week, and then getting the extra days.
Well, and from what I can see from my cruise chat, a ton of people are staying on property. I had this tingle a while ago that I was like, maybe we should do that. And I looked at hotel pricing, and actually, I don't remember if it was All-Star or if it was Pop, but they had reasonable prices. I was finding rates in like the mid to low 200s, and I was like, oh yeah, we should do that. Well, I didn't book it at that point. Don't be me. When you see those low prices, just book it, because you can always cancel it if you decide against it.
That's what I tell you all the time, Teresa.
I know.
Find it, just book it.
I had a lot going on family-wise during that time that I was looking to, so it was kind of a up in the air if I was going to be able to make it a week and a half vacation work or not. But that's okay.
Jill, did you do it at which restaurant did you pick? Did you do Rancho or did you do something else? I mean, any of the dining packages, you'll like it.
Rancho. And then, good call, Jill.
Unless they've changed it, Jill, when you go to Rancho to do it, walk in, go past where you normally walk. There's like a podium inside or whatever that they'll direct you to, and that's where they'll give you the stuff for the dining package. And when we went, and it may be different now, but when we went, there was like a special window that was just for the dining package, and they gave you the food for it. And the food was really good. Vern and James, I think, both got like the vegetarian thing, right? Because wasn't it the like taco things?
Yep.
What did you get, Teresa? I'm like,
you and I got the same thing. We got I don't even remember what it was. It was like a steak thing, some sort of steak something.
The reason
really
the reason I'm letting you know, Jill, was the fact that like we struggled figuring out where we were supposed to go, because it wasn't like there was probably signage that we didn't see or something, but like so I always tell people where it is because it was a little confusing. And we did this last year when everybody was with us. So last summer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Last summer.
Oh, yeah, June, because Pride Night. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It was fun. And honestly, with the price point that Rancho has, because isn't it what, like 30, 35 maybe?
Something like that.
Yeah, I would, to me, that's worth it to get a good meal and then also to have a reserved section for Fantasmic. It's difficult to go watch Fantasmic without having one of those, reserved spaces, because it's just, I've been spoiled and have been watching it from that front center section for too long that it's just, I feel like I have to do it at least once. Like we're very fortunate and get to go multiple times a year, and I feel like at least one trip each year we need to do that to get like the best viewing of it.
The problem though that we had that one time was we didn't get that, and we ended up trying to find like standing room. And I
Yeah.
remember just feeling like my legs were tired and we were like standing there for what felt like forever before the show started. Once the show started, like you kind of forget that you're standing there because you're so involved
Hmm.
in the whatever. But I just remember thinking, this is terrible. I'd much rather like sit down. I agree with you, Kate. It is
Yeah.
stressful trying to find a spot because
And
so
even,
much of it is a dining package now.
yeah, and even, I don't know, do they have,
The
no, I think they
virtual,
got rid
they
of
don't.
that.
Yeah, they don't have the
Yeah,
virtual
like
queue.
the
I don't
virtual
think.
queue or the lightning lane type things. I'm pretty sure they got rid of that. And even like those, I felt like you were so far on the sides that you were, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. But yeah, you get to sit when you're in those dining package sections as well, which is nice. They don't give you those nice little cushions that they used to anymore.
That's the sad part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like the only virtual queue that's going right now in the app is World of
Yeah.
Color 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm trying to think. I don't know if that ever came back, the virtual queue for Fantasmic. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that is. I feel like that'd be very popular, obviously, because it's a popular show and it doesn't have, you know, tons and tons of space compared to World of Color, where there's, they very much built that to be able to have space for the show.
Um, I watched a last night before bed. I didn't watch all of it. I watched till I got the gist and was like, okay, I get it, because he was kind of repeating himself. So I just ended. It was Provost Park Pass did a whole thing about that Disney is, like they got rid of their. They used to have like an 8.5 ride guarantee, like that was like not really well known to people, but like it was like Disney's thing of that every guest when they were there should be able to ride an average of 8.5 rides. And he was explaining like a half a ride is because like it's an average or whatever. And he said that after COVID it seems like that has gone away, and his reasoning for this was there were times where they would secretly, he says, like the park would stay open a little bit later, like they wouldn't necessarily announce it, but like, so right now today you go to get in line for an attraction, and if let's say the park closes at midnight, as long as you're in line before midnight you can get on the attraction, no problem. But what he was saying was sometimes when the park would be too busy or whatever, that they would just not close the line. Like they wouldn't extend the park hours necessarily, but they would like let more people in for a little while longer than after
Oh,
closing.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said he hasn't experienced that at all since the COVID closing. And so he thinks that they've gotten rid of this like thing. And one of the interesting stats that he said was he talked to he because he got hosted by Universal Hollywood, and one of the marketing guys there said that they've done all this data, and they found that if guests to Universal watch the Waterworld show, go on the tram tour, and ride the Jurassic World attraction, they will leave happy. So they try to like schedule things so like all of those things can happen, so every guest that comes in can experience all three of those things, because
Interesting.
those are the three things that apparently like make people happy. And Disney had done a bunch of this research, and they found that if people could ride on average 8.5 attractions in a day,
Yeah.
that they would leave happy. And so it's interesting how like they know all of this, and the fact that Disney's kind of so he said that they've kind of, he thinks that they have switched from 8.5 attractions for the general guest to 8.5 attractions for Lightning Lane and the Premier Lightning Lane, the really expensive one.
Oh, I hope not, but I could see that. I don't know. This is my 2 cents on that. I'm glad that they're not having rides open later than posted park closing, because I just think of the cast members that have to stay. What, I don't know. I've never worked there, so um I don't know how long it takes. I'm gonna assume it takes like 30 minutes to an hour once the last guest gets off the attraction for them to go
Oh
through
yeah.
their closing procedures and like then get to the back, check out, and be on their way to go. So I'm happy for the cast members' sake that they don't have this kind of moving target of when they can expect to be getting back home, because that would be really difficult. I'm thinking like if I was in that position, that'd be tough. So I get why that's like exciting for guests, because you get, yes, one more ride for the day.
Yeah.
But I just feel for the cast members that kind of have to try and navigate that. But I could see that, because think of the surveys that Disney sends out, either sometimes during your trip or right after your trip, and all the different questions they ask. So I'm sure that's how they've figured out how many rides people are happy with, because I'm sure I've taken that that survey multiple times. I don't remember any of the questions right off the top of my head, but I wouldn't be surprised if they asked, how many attractions did you get to experience today? What shows did you get to see? Were you how satisfied were you with how much you got to do, and whatever. So I'm sure that's how they got that figured out. That's interesting though, that Universal has pinpointed it to like these specific things,
which I found interesting, because I was surprised by Jurassic World, but because I haven't ridden the new Jurassic World. We are going to one day in
that
Universal
water one
over there.
looks cool from what I've seen.
I rode the old one, but I haven't ridden the new one, so I'm interested to see that. But I knew Waterworld, and for me, I feel like it is a travesty if someone goes to Universal and doesn't go do the tram tour, because that is so like iconic.
Yeah.
I don't know if, by the way, I just want to mention this because this is really funny. Wendy, I don't know if you're still on the stream, but going in the Disneyland app, it shows you like your like PhotoPass photos. And this popped up as my PhotoPass photo. So for those of you who don't know,
that's amazing.
That's Wendy there in the middle, and that's her. Whoa.
Well,
I don't know what that was about. And then next to me is her mom, and then below that's Chris, who's been on the podcast. He was the Walt Disney World ambassador we talked to. And that's his son there as well. So that was us in August. But it was so funny because it was right here on my on the
like your home screen,
on my home screen. And I was like, oh, this would be great to kind of show on the stream, because I know Wendy was on the stream. So
that's fun. Those pictures with the PhotoPass photographer turned out so good too.
They did, yeah.
Wendy, I feel like you have a very photogenic family, because like all of the pictures you all like looked so great in.
As opposed to our PhotoPass photographer who took these photos.
Tag and I do photos.
Who were like super blown out. Like, it's very weird.
Yeah. Not good. Not good.
Oh, Teresa.
Oh,
then you get beautiful photos like this. Aww.
Actually, that photographer for Pride Night did a very nice job for us too.
They did, yeah.
There's a similar one with you and James, I think.
There is, but I hate PDA, so I'm not going to show it. But I'll show the nice group photo.
So you'll show my PDA, but you won't show yours.
Well, yeah, because it's not my... Fine. I'll show PDA. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Aww.
See, there you go.
I don't know if it's...
Actually, yeah, yours is more PDA because it's not on the cheek.
Yep. Anyway.
Brandon did his first solo day in September and got, 19 rides or attractions between the two parks. And he'd wagered 10 to 12 on normal trips.
Brandon, was that using Lightning Lane, or was that just standby? And I assume single rider. Because that makes a difference. James was trying to get us to do Lightning Lane. Well, that's good, Brandon. James was trying to get us to maybe purchase Lightning Lane when we're there, and I said no. And he's like,
"Not if you're there for 5 days."
Well, he said we could do less days, and I said no. I'd rather spend more days. Well, because the other thing, Teresa, you're in the same boat as I am. There's so much good food that if you spend less days, you can eat less food. So, like, it's not just about enjoying your time and the amount of days, but it's also, like, being able to eat more. And, like, I don't know.
You're going to be so happy, too, because there's not all sorts of specialty menus and foodie guides happening while you're there. So you're going to get to, like, have all of the things that we haven't got to try because the foodie guides are
but I'm so sad because we're just missing Lunar New Year, which looked like it had some good food. Yeah. And Jolly Holiday is going to be closed. So no Matterhorn macaron, macaroon,
which is going to be like $10.
Grilled cheese and tomato soup. But
Stand
we did
by
have
a single rider. Good job, Brandon.
Guardians should have a single rider, but it just doesn't.
I'm trying to think, how many times have we been in lifts? It doesn't seem like it's too often that we're in lifts with single seats, like with empty seats. I think the configuration of it actually works pretty well.
I think it's because they pick group numbers. They can send them to multiple lifts.
Yeah, that's true.
So if they need
plus you've got the full row in the back, which makes it very
for like a giant
flexible
too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or if you have like 5, because it's 3 on the one side, 4 on the other side, and then the giant row.
I'm gonna have to go with Alex because Alex hasn't gone.
I
know James will go, but in fact, this way, I have the nice little attraction poster for it right here.
Why you hate?
Because that is Catspers, and he never took it.
Oh, same thing. I was wondering about this.
That was his favorite attraction.
Yeah. So is that the same reason you have Scarlet Witch, was because that was Eoin's poster and you didn't take it with him?
Yes, and for people who are wondering, that's it over there. And also, I need to hang this up. I've got my Bob Gurr signed.
There you go, Carolwood. Which
was kind of funny because it's not really, Bob Gurr didn't really work on this, but it was cool to get him to sign something. I still have I don't remember, was that, who sent us this?
I think Dave.
Dave sent us that, yeah. Anyway. So that'll be fun to go to the park. And then Teresa and I will be there, like she was saying earlier. What is that, the beginning of June?
Yeah, we're shooting for the end of May, start of June to be out there for the Disneyana event. I'm still trying to figure out if I can make it make sense financially to triangulate and do Disneyland in July before we head out to the Mouse Meet. We'll see.
By the way, Jill, it's the same thing when I'm there too, to make you feel any better. Also, no monorail, no railroad.
No train.
Yep. I'm very sad by that because the train and the monorail are awesome.
It'll be okay.
And if we go eat at the Parkside Market, we're not going to see the monorail go by.
Mm-mm. We'll just do it on the next trip.
Alex did seem very excited to go eat at Din Tai Fung, though, because he loves Asian cuisine. So
there you go. Did you get a reservation for that yet?
Oh. Do they? I think we're still too far out. I think.
I don't remember how far out. Yeah, I don't remember how far out that does.
Oh, geez, I'm glad you said something. Apparently tonight was just Teresa reminding me all the crap that I need to get reservations.
You're welcome.
Din Tai Fung in Anaheim.
You're welcome.
Reserve. How far out does this go? February. Nope, it only goes out to February 11th right now, so I need to wait another almost 2 weeks.
Okay. I'll try and help you remember in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I really want to get in there because that was really good. Also, not throwing shade at you, Teresa, but it'll be nice to order stuff that has mushrooms in it. Because almost everything had mushrooms. Stuff.
Yeah, that made me so sad that I wasn't able to have most. Well, because what was it? The things that even didn't have it listed, they're like, oh, it's like there's a mushroom broth or something. I'm like, no.
But those chocolate dumpling dessert.
And those were safe. Those were safe from mushrooms.
But those were good.
Yeah. That was tough.
Oh, jeez. Oh, and there's my tag. All these long Disney. You know it's an authentic Disney thing when the tag is like as long as
a mile long.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Too funny. Too funny. Well, this week for the podcast, it'll be Tag and myself. However, heads up, next week I will be on the cruise, so it will be Tag and a guest host. And then I'm going to apologize ahead of time. The week after that, we will probably be talking about my time on the cruise. So I will wrap up the DL Weekly cruise talk for a little while because then neither of us have a Disney cruise planned set in stone after that. So our temporary DCL weekly takeover for the past 2 months will come to an end.
Well, let's see. So this week will be oh gosh, I forgot
And
his name.
Bruce.
Yeah. So that'll be this week and next week.
Mm-hmm.
Then the 29th, the episode that drops on the 29th, that will be Teresa talking about the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a couple weeks in between there. We got about a month. And then on the episode that drops on the 5th, it'll probably be me. Alex wanted to come on the podcast and talk about his experience of going to Disneyland for the first time and all this crap. So we'll probably have him on at that time. Instead of just me and James talking about another trip, because we've done that before. So we did that when we had Catspur. He talked about his experience. So it'll be interesting to see Alex's experience about it. I know he's excited kind of for it. He keeps looking. We have a countdown on our little display board at home, and he's like, oh, because I think we're like 42 days or something away from it.
Sure, yeah.
I actually have it on my phone. 41 days to Disneyland. So, me and James in Italy, I think that is.
Nobody pay any attention to the temperatures on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No one needs to know that.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not. Although it's gonna get warm this week, Teresa. Look, we have a day that's gonna be 43.
Woohoo! Above freezing.
That's something. Well, here, let's feel better. Here's Anaheim.
Much nicer.
Yeah, much nicer. So in the it's not going to focus. There we go. In the 70s, 60s and 70s. And you're going to Florida.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it looks like it's kind of going to be cold for Florida, not for here, but for Florida.
So the other morning, I woke up, and the first thing I do in the morning is I check all my social media stuff while I'm trying to like get my wits about me. And I was on Instagram, and the Tim tracker was at Magic Kingdom, and he's in this giant winter coat. And so I put my finger on it so it paused for a minute, and I asked, we have the smart speaker, and I asked, what's the current temperature in Orlando, Florida? And it was like 60 or 58 degrees or something. And I'm like, native Floridian having to wear a giant winter jacket for 58 degrees.
I don't know. When we were there in December, it was like when it gets windy and it's cold. It's plus sure. I think it's because they have so much humidity in their air down there. I think it feels much colder too. Because I was like, I didn't think I needed to bring my winter coat. It's Florida. I'm going on a cruise, and like we would run from building to building at the hotel.
But I will tell you, the week before I moved to Wisconsin, it was 46 degrees out in California, in Northern California, and I had my winter coat and my gloves and my scarf and my beanie, and I was freezing. Yep. And after that first winter here in Wisconsin, I think the first day that it was like 40, I was out in a t-shirt with the sun, mind you, and I was like, oh, it's beautiful today.
You get used to it both ways. You get used to it both ways.
That's true. I just thought it was funny because he was in like a heavy winter jacket. And I was like,
I get it.
You would think it was like snowing there or something.
Yeah, but when you're used to it being like what, the 90s or
80s
and 90s.
And with the humidity, which makes everything feel worse.
Much warmer when it's hot. But it felt cold. I think it feels colder when it's cold down there too. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'll report back after I'm down there again next week and let you know. But it was so windy in December, which definitely wasn't helping.
Yeah, wind everywhere kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other day here, it wasn't too, like, I was stupid, and I just wore my, like, light jacket that I have, and it's been in the, like, teens Fahrenheit here. And so I didn't even think about it because I had remote started my car and it's in the garage. So I just went in and it didn't feel that bad. But then walking from my car into work, there was a slight breeze and I was like, this was a terrible mistake. And I did that twice last week. I forgot to put my big winter jacket on and I was like, what is wrong with me?
You're crazy.
I am crazy.
You're crazy.
So,
well, on that note, I am making myself a cup of hot chocolate once we're done with this because
yeah, I'm going to go lay down because like Teresa said at the beginning, like we were both kind of feeling a little under the weather. I took a flu and body ache thing before we started, so that is keeping me going right now. I have my throat lozenge here that I didn't need, thankfully. I downed 3 glasses of water and a glass of soda during all of this, so definitely doing a lot of... And I had my box of tissues here ready to go, so I had everything. Yeah, so thank you everybody for joining us on the stream. We didn't have one in December, so it was important for us to have this tonight, and
yes.
We'll have the next one next month on...
We might have to double check dates again. Let me pull my calendar up.
I have it listed for the 16th.
Yep, that will not work. We'll probably do the week.
Can't do the week after because I'm in California.
The week before. So
because what's happening the 16th?
I'm in Arizona.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we'll probably do the 9th. Is probably what it'll move to. So we'll post all that information like usual, but we'll get that. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you I guess on the 9th next month.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.